everyone, welcome back to the Impatient DIYer. Today I'm bringing you two more home decor things that you can make with things that are mostly from the Dollar Tree. So they're super budget friendly and they are honestly pretty quick to do. I think I went through like 4 episodes of a show on HGTV to make these, and that was it. And I really like how they turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy these tutorials.
So this video is part of Domestic Diva DIY's challenge that is a Pinterest-inspired DIY challenge, and I am super excited to be participating in this, and I can't wait to show you what I created. So for DIY number 1, I created these tumbling tower vase holders, I guess. I love it. So I took 1 box of the tumbling tower blocks and Waverly's antique wax in a foam brush. Really all I needed until I got these painted. It was very satisfying opening this up. I don't know why, but it was extremely satisfying. So all I did was paint all of these with this Waverly antique wax and the foam brush. And I did all of them. I would like to say I did 72, but one of them was weird. So I did 71 of these, and I just really painted them on. And then I actually kind of used the foam brush portion of it to get any excess wax off so it would look like a nice even coat. Now I did have antique wax all over my fingers when I was done this. I should have worn gloves, and I would highly recommend wearing gloves. It comes right off, it washes right off, but it was just really annoying to be getting all of that antique wax off the entire time. So you guys have to let me know if you have any different techniques for painting these, anything that's any quicker. I painted all of these individually because I wasn't sure how I was going to be putting these together, and I didn't want to kind of go through the hassle of painting them after the entire vase holder was put together. So that's why I decided to do it this way. So I let these dry overnight just to make sure that I wasn't going to get any more of that antique wax on me. And here you can see all 71 of them nicely painted. And now we're going to actually start putting together the vase holder, if you will, itself. I'm not sure what I would call it. I don't know. So I took 6 of these and I made it so that everyone had one directly across from it, and that's kind of how I made it a nice even circle or shape, if you will. And then I took the second layer and I did the same thing, but at the corners of the first layer. So here you can see I'm making sure that each one has one directly across from each other. And now you can really see the circle aspect of this coming together. So I decided to use hot glue to do this, and I would recommend not using hot glue. Also, if you use your hot glue gun, make sure that your glue is completely heated up before you use it, because these first 1, 2, 3 of these boxes that I did, the glue was not completely heated, and I ended up having to go back and put them back on, as you'll see here once I'm done the entire row. So that is, I guess, the good thing about hot glue is if you mess up, you can just kind of pop it off and fix it however you feel like you need to. But at the same time, I had to spend a lot of time scraping off the glue that came over the sides at the end, and that was just extremely time consuming. That probably took me an entire HGTV show just to do that. So if you only want to do this in 3 HGTV shows, because that's how I measure my crafting time, I would highly recommend using maybe a wood glue or like a gel super glue, something that you didn't really need to have to peel all of that excess off. Because here you can see all of that glue all on the outside before I kind of scraped it all off. And then I'm using a small mason jar. And these florals that I got from the Dollar Tree, I think it's got such a fun spring vibe to it. I'm obsessed with these. And then I actually took all of those excess blocks and made a second vase after this one. But this is how it turned out before I scraped off all of that glue. I really like the colors. So here you can see the second one that I made is this tinier one, and I used one of those glasses that you can find at the Dollar Tree now and an LED little tea light to put in the center. This is what it looks like all lit up. I am obsessed with how these two turned out. I absolutely love these. For DIY number 2, I am going to be making some canvas cutout art. So I'm using this Crafter Square canvas. It's a smaller one, and this Crafter Square stencil wheel. And then the only other thing you're going to need is a cutting board, which I also got from Dollar Tree, and an X-Acto knife. Got that one from Michael's. So the first thing that you're going to do is take apart this crafter's wheel. I didn't feel bad about taking this apart because it was $1. And I see them all the time at Dollar Tree, so I figured I would probably be able to pick another one up. So I picked one of the patterns, and I'm just going to cut it out so that it's going to lay flat on the back side of this frame. Now, I wish I would have trimmed off of the sides a little bit more before I started drawing this one out, because it's a little off center, which you'll see at the end. It's not terribly noticeable, but it's definitely a little bit off center. So then I just traced out this entire pattern. And another thing that I wish I would have done with this pattern is not put the circles in. I think it would have looked really cute with just those lines, but I had started with the circles with my X-Acto knife, just tracing it out. So I had to kind of finish all of the circles on here. I think it would have looked really cool with just the other design on it. I think it would have looked super classy. Not that I hate it, but I think it would have looked super classy. So yeah, all I really did was trace everything out very slowly with my X-Acto knife. And my fiance was like, you could never tell me you're not patient again. I'm only patient with things that I really want to try. And this one I really wanted to try. And it was $1 to do this. So, well, $2 if you count the stencils, $2 to make this. So I didn't really feel terrible if it was going to mess up, I guess. I don't know. But I would love to know what designs you guys would put on a canvas like this. I think it turned out super cool. I did another one of these after I did this one. Look how cool this is. I think it's so cool. What designs would you guys do in here? Like, what's trending right now that you guys would do? So here you can see both of them that I put together, that first one and then the second one I did, which I made sure to center. I was super careful about centering that one, and I absolutely love it.
Well, that is that for those tutorials. I really hope that you guys got something out of it. As always, I hope you got something out of my mistakes, my impatience, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.